I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
So we're going to talk about a three-base raid today. Not only is this a three-base raid, but it's a three-base long-distance raid. Now, the one thing I don't like about long-distance raids is it takes a lot longer to get them vaulted. However, when you got good alliance mates, it doesn't take that long to get it done. Now, what you will see here is we have two bases to the south, and I'll show the other base up top here in just a minute. Oh, there she is. So we are raiding three bases at once. Now, the beautiful thing is they don't notice what's going on south. Okay. And you'll see this later on. Actually, this guy's alliance mate's going to be defending the base up top, but he doesn't notice what's going on down south. Um, three base raids like this are risky, to say the least. First off, any one of them could be active, thereby uh, losing your advantage. Um, Obviously, I'm taking screenshots here for our vaulting reference later. So, I'm I believe, Kepler. This is in Zhang, so it's about a minute and a half travel. Um, Now, the reason for long distance raids, guys, normally I probably would have nailed the bottom two on myself or on my own, just one at a time. However, we were all just on a roll the other day, and it was just a beautiful thing to see the entire alliance come together like it did. Um, Tips for long distance raiding. Obviously, you want your biggest ship that you can, the most cargo hold you got, send it. Make sure to throw stone on it. Throw your two warp princesses on, Demita and Helveta. Get there quicker, get back quicker. Now, if it's in the middle of the system, or like this base here is, it's way towards the top, you might want to ditch the cargo space on one of your raiders for claw. And that way you can get there a little bit quicker and try to cycle that res a little bit faster. Obviously, as you can see, a bunch of my guys have ported in right next to the bases. Me personally, I was tokenless, and as you can see, I'm kind of latinumless. So I don't really want to put a lot of resources towards this, although I'll put more than what I planned on. And here's good old Jormer, one of my, uh, how can I put it politely? One of my personal harassers. Uh, Awesome player, great guy. He was with us for a while, went back to the collective. He felt more at home there, more power to him because, hey, let's face it, if you're going to be on this game 8, 10, 12 hours a day, you want to be with people you can really relax with and enjoy the game with, and that's what he did. More power to him. However, we're still going to do what we do, and we are Gen. Therefore, we are going to destroy everything we can for fun. Um, there's really not a lot of defense in this video, unfortunately. Um, I'm mostly showcasing the fact that in mini hive locations like this, where you got a couple players down here, a couple players up there, one or two players here, you really want to kind of watch each other. And maybe they were, maybe they weren't. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not on that side of the board. Um, but you really do want to pay attention to what everybody else or what's happening to everybody else. Um, that's part of the reasoning for hiving is so you have all those eyes, all those ships available in a tight location to defend. Um, Here I coming in for a sneak hit because my boys just took out his ships. It's going to take him about 20 seconds to get everything up and going again. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. So, also with long distance raids, you put yourself in a very vulnerable position. As you can see here, I've got all four ships out doing things. Okay. And what that is going to do to me is that leaves my base wide open. First off, I can't really defend it. I mean, I could leave a ship home, but when you're got the opportunity here to vault four bases at once, why would you do such a silly thing? And especially when you got two ships way out in the middle of BFE getting you some 3G, in which, let's face it, 3G is king. So, you kind of want to keep a loose eye on your base. Me personally, I've got such a huge parashield. Let them come. You know, whatever they get with their horizon, I'm going to pull off with another horizon. So it might be a bit of a wash as far as Res 1 loss. And obviously, whenever you can, make sure somebody can control or do crowd control. And by crowd control, I mean controlling the other alliance. Okay, right now they've got his focus all the way up here. So that opens up these two bases down here for easy loot. You know, which you'll see some of our lowers actually nailing it. I'm going to, you know, refer to those two or start hitting those two exclusively myself because, hey, lessens the repair bill. So, yeah, and the other thing that really can hurt you is you're flying halfway across a map to get there, which means about 20 seconds where somebody come in and pop you. Then you're flying halfway across the map to get home, which means 20 to 30 seconds again where somebody can pop you. Eventually, during this, you'll see me get popped a couple times on my way home. But yeah, it's all in what you're willing to do. Obviously, long distance raids take a lot more time. You know, between the warp time, between the travel time once in the system, you know, you do what you can to mitigate it, or you just really hope that whoever you're hitting doesn't wake up. I do recommend doing long distance raiding when possible. First off, saves the tokens, in which now with the 22s not dropping them as often, tokens are getting scarce again. And it, yeah, see, there we go. And it also just gives you an overall better feel for raiding, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, going out on a 10-minute treasure hike to get res isn't really worth it. However, if you're in a hub like I am right now, I'm, you know, based in Kepler, and you got all those spokes around you that you can nail, then it's worth it because you can hit 2 over here, 1 there, 1 here, 1 there, without really moving your base. And if you catch them all while they're sleeping, in my opinion, it's a lot more fun. It's a lot better of a situation for you as the aggressor. Obviously, you know, if you got 1,000,000 tokens, yeah, token next to the base, take 20 seconds, vault it, move on to the next. If you're like me and you don't, find yourself a good hub, find maybe even base off a spoke, and raid from there. So this is almost the end of the video here, and you'll see that we've already nailed 1, or vaulted 1. We're about to vault the other 2. So in the course of, I don't know what, 10, 15 minutes at most, and that's including the time it took to drop the shield or to knock and then drop the shield. In which, keep in mind, I knocked on all 3 of these bases using a Fortunet. I know, right? But yeah, lost my train of thought. Derailed. As you can see, we're, yeah, definitely getting towards the end of this here. Long distance raiding has its drawbacks. It has its advantages. It can actually be a lot more costly than porting in next to it and raiding. So you take what you can get. So you guys have yourself a great day. And remember, sometimes long distance raiding is the fun way to raid. Have a good one. See that? Oop, wrong arm. See that?
Dave, my mind is going. I can feel it.